The hall was full of light, cold blue light, golden screens, and loud alien voices. They were celebrating. They believed the war was over. They believed Earth was finished. In the center of the hall, a giant screen showed a quiet planet, blue, silent, still. No ships, no signals, no sound. The alien leaders stood proudly, tall bodies, hard skin, sharp eyes. They raised their glasses, they laughed, they smiled, they clapped. One alien spoke loudly, "Earth is gone." The hall exploded with cheers. They had waited for this moment for many cycles. Humans, they always annoyed the council, too calm, too quiet, too careful, never showing fear, never showing power. The aliens thought humans were weak. No claws, no armor, no natural weapons, just soft skin and fragile bones. The aliens believed Earth could never survive a galactic pressure wave. They pressed one command and waited. Now Earth was silent, and silence meant death. At least, that is what the aliens believed. Music played. Alien drinks flowed. Victory symbols floated in the air. The council called it the end of the human chapter. But not everyone was smiling. At the edge of the hall, an alien officer stood alone. His name was Varen. He was a sensor watcher, not a leader, not a warrior, just a watcher. Varen did not clap. He did not drink. He watched the screen, closer, longer. Something felt wrong. Earth was silent, yes, but it was a clean silence, too clean. Varen checked his panel again and again. No debris, no broken satellites, no burning atmosphere. A dead planet should scream, even in space. It should leave scars. Earth had none. Varen swallowed. His fingers moved fast. He zoomed in, changed angles, checked gravity readings. His eyes widened. The gravity field was stable, too stable, as if the planet was untouched. He whispered, "This is not right." Behind him, aliens laughed louder. They told stories about how humans begged, about how humans hid. Varen turned. He tried to speak. "Council member, Earth is silent, but not destroyed." One leader waved a hand. "Silence is death. You worry too much." Varen looked back at the screen. Earth was still there, calm, peaceful, almost waiting. He checked deep space, outside the system. Nothing. No human ships, no escape fleets, no panic trails. That was impossible. Humans were planners. They always prepared. They always built backups. Varen's heart beat faster. He switched to long-range scan, a level no one used anymore because it was slow and boring. Then a small line appeared, so small most systems ignored it. A pulse, short, controlled, hidden. Varen froze. That pulse, it was human-made. He tried to raise an alert, but the system denied him. Celebration mode was active. Music blocked warnings. Lights blocked data. Victory blocked logic. Varen clenched his jaw. He remembered human history files, old records, ancient wars. Humans lost many times, but when they lost, they learned. They did not strike back fast. They waited. They watched. They adapted. Earth's silence was not fear. It was discipline. Varen whispered again, "They are not dead. They are quiet." On the main screen, Earth slowly rotated. Blue oceans, white clouds, green lands, perfect. A planet waiting. Suddenly, one of the smaller screens blinked, just once, then it went dark. No one noticed, except Varen. He stepped back. Cold fear moved through him. This was not an ending. This was a pause. The aliens raised their glasses higher. They shouted, "To the fall of Earth!" Varen looked at the silent planet and thought, they are celebrating too early. Far away, beyond alien sensors, beyond their pride, something moved. Quiet, slow, precise. Earth was not doomed. Earth was preparing, and the galaxy did not know it yet. The celebration was the first mistake.
The celebration continued. Laughter filled the hall. The aliens felt safe, too safe. They believed humans were finished. They believed Earth was nothing, just a soft world with soft creatures. Long before this moment, the Alien Council studied humans. They watched them, they judged them, and they dismissed them. Humans had no claws, no thick skin, no sharp teeth, no natural armor. Compared to other species, humans looked fragile. They bled easily, they tired easily, they broke easily. The council laughed at human soldiers. They wore metal shells, they hid behind machines, they used tools to fight. To the aliens, that was weakness. Strong species fought with their bodies, with bone, with scale, with force. Humans fought with ideas. That made the aliens uncomfortable, so they ignored it. In meetings, alien generals mocked Earth. They talk too much, they negotiate too long, they avoid war. To the council, peace meant fear, silence meant surrender. Humans signed treaties, shared science, helped weaker worlds. That made them look small, that made them look harmless. The aliens never understood. Humans were not avoiding war, they were studying it. Humans sent explorers, not soldiers. Humans sent doctors, not conquerors. The galaxy praised humans, but never feared them. That was the problem. When the first conflict came, humans did not attack, they defended. They protected civilians, they rescued enemies. Alien commanders called them foolish. Mercy is weakness, they said. They did not see. Humans were learning alien tactics, alien psychology, alien pride. Humans watched how aliens celebrated victory, how they ignored warning signs, how they trusted size and strength. Humans took notes, quiet notes. When aliens tested weapons near Earth, humans protested, they warned, they asked for limits. The council laughed again. They are afraid. But humans were measuring energy levels, wave patterns, reaction times. Every insult, every threat, every mockery was recorded. Humans did not forget. In secret, human scientists worked, deep underground, deep in oceans, far from alien eyes. They did not build bigger guns, they built smarter systems, systems that hid, systems that waited, systems that survived. The Alien Council never noticed. They were busy expanding, busy conquering, busy celebrating old victories. To them, Earth was a future trophy. When the pressure wave weapon was approved, the Council voted quickly. No debate, no doubt. End the human problem, they said. They believed one strike was enough because humans were weak. But weakness was only a mask. Humans knew they could not win fast. They knew they could not win loud. So they planned to win quiet. Evacuation plans were ready. Cities moved underground. Stations moved into shadow. Human ships did not flee. They disappeared. To the aliens, disappearance meant panic. To humans, disappearance meant control. Back in the hall, the alien leaders replayed old footage. Human diplomats speaking calmly. Human faces tired. human voices steady. The council laughed. Look how scared they were. But Varen stood still, watching, listening. He noticed something. In every human message, no begging, no chaos, no panic, only timing. Humans always spoke when aliens expected silence and stayed silent when aliens expected screams. Varen felt cold again. He understood something the council did not. Humans did not fear being weak. They feared being unprepared. Earth had been quiet before, during storms, during disasters, during near-extinction events. Each time, humans survived by changing, by adapting, by waiting. Varen whispered, "They learned from us." The hall shook with laughter, but Varen felt dread, because he knew the species everyone mocked, the species everyone ignored, was the species that studied everyone else. And now, Earth was silent again, not from fear, not from defeat, but from focus. The aliens believed this was the end of humans. Varen believed this was the moment humans had been waiting for. Far from the hall, far from the cheers, human systems activated, one by one, quiet, invisible, patient. The galaxy still laughed, but the lesson was coming, slow, certain, unstoppable. The laughter did not stop. The music stayed loud. The alien leaders felt proud. They believed the story was finished. Humans were gone. Earth was empty. The council ordered final scans, not out of fear, but for records, for history. Massive sensors turned toward Earth. Beams crossed the system. Data flowed. Then, silence. Earth was still there, but something was missing. The planet looked normal. Oceans blue, clouds white, land green. But the noise was gone. No radio signals, no heat spikes, no surface movement. Cities showed no lights, no traffic, no power flow. A dead world. That is what the council said. But death usually left chaos, broken satellites, falling debris, energy scars. Earth showed none. Alien technicians frowned. They checked again and again. Everything reported stable, too stable. The council waved it away. Humans failed to escape. Their systems shut down. They accepted defeat. Varen stood near the back, watching, quiet. He pulled up deep scans, against orders. The result made his breath stop. Earth's gravity field was smooth, perfect. A destroyed world should wobble, should tear, should shake. Earth did not move. Varen zoomed out. He scanned the moon. It was gone. Not shattered, not destroyed. Gone. He scanned again. The moon should have left debris, should have caused tides, should have broken balance. Nothing changed. The oceans were calm. The orbit was clean. Varen felt cold. He checked asteroid belts, nearby space, orbital lanes. Empty. Something massive had moved, cleanly, carefully. That was not destruction. That was removal. Varen whispered. They relocated it. A junior technician heard him. Relocated what? Varen did not answer. He noticed something else. Earth's reflection was wrong. Light bent differently, like it passed through a thin veil, a masking field. Old human theory, ignored by aliens because it sounded impossible. A planet-scale cloak. The council laughed again. Humans could never hide a world. Varen stepped forward, his voice tight. Earth is not dead. Earth is hidden. The hall grew quiet for half a breath. Then laughter returned, louder. "You see ghosts," a leader said. Varen turned back to the screen. Earth rotated slowly, silent, untouched. The council ordered the archive stamp. Earth, status, neutralized. That word echoed in Varen's mind. Neutralized. Nothing was neutral about this. He accessed historical data, human myths, old survival stories. Humans hid in caves when predators ruled. Humans went underwater when the sky burned. They always disappeared before they returned stronger. The final scan completed. Then something happened. A probe near Earth blinked, just once. Then it vanished. No explosion, no signal, just gone. The system logged. Sensor failure. Varin knew better. Failures left traces. This left nothing. The council dismissed it. Celebration interference. Varin stepped back, his hands shaking. This was not victory. This was blindness. Far from alien space, human stations drifted, silent, dark. Deep inside, lights turned on, slow, controlled. Messages passed, short, precise. Phase 1 complete. Earth did not scream. Earth vanished, and the galaxy did not notice, yet. Earth stayed silent. The galaxy moved on. The alien council relaxed. They believed the threat was gone. They believed the humans were erased. But silence spread, not from Earth, from alien space. At first, it was small. A trade station failed to report. A patrol ship missed a check-in. The council blamed errors, old systems, bad timing. Varin did not believe that. He watched patterns. He compared maps. The missing ships formed a line, not random, not chaos, a path. The path avoided strong fleets, avoided defended worlds. It moved through blind zones, dead angles, ignored by normal sensors. That path led away from Earth. Varin felt something heavy. Humans were moving, not rushing, not attacking, positioning. Deep in hidden space, human command lights glowed, soft, dim, no loud alarms, no panic. Human officers spoke calmly. Confirm Phase 2. Data flowed, clear, simple. Human cities were not on Earth. They were below, deep below, under oceans, under mountains. Others were far, on artificial moons, in dark orbit. Earth was a shell, a mask. Human systems watched alien movement, every route, every habit. They knew when aliens celebrated. They knew when aliens relaxed. They planned for that moment. The first human move was not a weapon. It was silence. Human systems blocked alien sensors, not by force, by confusion. False echoes, false stars, false shadows. Alien scanners saw ghosts and ignored them. The next move was timing. Human ships did not travel fast. They traveled smart. They used gravity wells, solar drift, dark matter currents, slow, invisible. Varin saw more disappearances, fuel convoys, relay hubs, navigation beacons. No explosions, no alarms, just absence. The council grew irritated, not afraid. Minor losses, they said. Varin spoke again, carefully. These are not attacks. These are preparations. A council member hissed, humans are gone. Varin stepped back, but his mind raced. Humans did not fight strength. They removed support. They did not break walls. They pulled foundations. In human records, this was called strategy. A human signal crossed the dark, encrypted, layered. It reached every hidden outpost. Maintain silence. Hold position. Wait. The galaxy felt normal, but it was not. Trade routes slowed. Communication lagged. Sensors misread. Aliens blamed space weather. Humans blamed nothing. They expected it. Varin watched the star map and saw it clearly. A net. Humans were building a net around alien space, not to trap, but to limit, to control movement without being seen. Earth was not the center. It was the distraction. The council celebrated again, a second feast. Varin felt dread. Humans had never needed a throne. They only needed patience. Far beyond alien borders, a human commander looked at a quiet screen. Phase 2 stable, he said. Await Phase 3. The plan was moving. Not fast, not loud. Perfect. And the aliens still believed they had already won.
The music stopped. Not suddenly, but slowly. One speaker failed, then another. The lights dimmed. The hall felt colder. Alien leaders looked around, confused. A screen flickered. Trade routes showed red marks. One, then many. Ships were late. Convoys missing. Messages delayed. A council member laughed, weakly. System noise. But the laughter did not spread. Outside the hall, a defense station went dark. No warning, no explosion, just silence. Varen felt it in his chest. He spoke again, his voice steady. This is coordinated. The council turned, angry. Enough, a leader snapped. You see threats everywhere. Then a fleet marker vanished. One moment present, the next gone. Gasps filled the room. No debris, no energy spike, nothing. The council tried to respond. Orders sent. Signals failed. Command relays did not answer. Fear crept in, slow, cold. Screens filled with errors, navigation drift, weapons offline. Alien crews reported, "We cannot lock targets. We cannot see the enemy." Because there was no enemy, visible, only absence. Human tactics did not break ships, they broke certainty. Varen pointed to the map. They are isolating us. Another station vanished. Panic spread. Leaders shouted. Guards moved. But no alarms screamed. That was worse. Silence returned. Heavy, pressing. The same silence they celebrated on Earth. A council member whispered, "They are doing this without firing." Varen nodded. Human history spoke of this. Cut supply, cut vision, cut time. Wars ended before they started. Alien fleets tried to regroup, but routes were gone. Markers drifted. Space felt unfamiliar. For the first time, the aliens felt hunted, not chased, studied. A final report arrived, late, broken. Multiple systems unresponsive, cause unknown. The council chamber trembled, not from impact, but from fear. Varen looked at the dark screens. Humans did not roar, they whispered, and the galaxy listened. Somewhere, hidden, patient, human forces waited. The celebration was over, and the lesson had begun. The galaxy was quiet. Not peaceful, just quiet. Trade lanes stalled, signals delayed, fleets waited. No one knew who was in control. Then a message appeared. Not loud, not threatening. Simple, clear. It reached every system, every station, every ship. The screen showed no weapons, no fleet, only a human figure standing still, calm. The voice was slow, measured. "We are human." No title, no rank, just a statement. The voice continued. "You believed we were gone." A pause. "We allowed you to believe that." Alien councils froze. Crews stared. The message played again and again. "We did not hide from fear." Pause. "We hid to prepare." The human explained, not with anger, not with pride, but with facts. "You measured strength by size, by armor, by noise." Pause. "We measure strength by survival." Images followed. Short, clear. Underground cities, deep ocean habitats, dark orbit stations, Earth alive, protected. The voice stayed calm. We attacked our home without warning. Pause. We chose restraint. Alien leaders tried to interrupt. Signals blocked. The message continued, unstoppable. This is not revenge. Pause. This is correction. Maps appeared. Alien systems isolated. Routes disabled. We removed your reach, not your lives. Another pause. Longer. Because we know fear makes mistakes. Varen watched, his fear mixed with respect. The voice ended with simple words. Stand down. Observe. Learn. The feed cut. No threat, no countdown, just silence. The council sat frozen. They understood now. Humans had not won with force, they won with control. And the galaxy shifted, slowly, irreversibly.
The galaxy changed. Not in fire, not in screams, in understanding. Alien fleets stayed still, weapons powered down, routes closed. They were no longer hunters. They were watched. The council hall felt small now, quiet, heavy. The same leaders who laughed before sat silent. Their mistake was clear. They believed silence meant weakness, but silence had been planning. Varen stood alone, looking at the star map. He saw the truth. Earth was never the target. Earth was the lesson. The aliens had tested humans, and humans had tested back. Without destroying, without shouting, human control remained. Invisible, total. Trade resumed slowly, under human conditions. Borders respected, weapons limited, not by threat, by understanding. Alien records were rewritten. Humans were no longer listed as weak. They were listed as patient. Children across the galaxy would study this event not as a war, but as a warning. Human silence became legend, a strategy feared more than weapons. Varen wrote the final report. We celebrated too early. We mistook calm for defeat. That was our downfall. Far away, Earth's cloak faded, slowly. Cities breathed again. Lights returned. Humans did not cheer. They returned to work, because survival was normal to them. The galaxy remembered one truth. Never celebrate a quiet enemy, because the quiet ones are already prepared. And that was the big mistake.